In this segment, we'll be talking about the Roam remote control kit. And the kit consists of two parts. It has the receiver and the transmitter. The receiver is what plugs onto the smart port connector, which is here behind me. The smart port wires up to the Pro C controller, and the receiver has 3 pins on the back, and the 3 pins will line up with the 3 sockets here on the smart port. One of the things that we want to verify is when you do plug in the receiver, the moment you plug it in, you're going to hear 4 beeps. That 4 beeps means 1, I have power, and 2, I'm ready to learn a new address. If you do nothing, the receiver will beep one more time, there it was, within 10 seconds, saying it's ready for operation. So if you're not going to readdress the receiver, then you simply wait for that final beep and you're ready to talk to the receiver. So here we have the transmitter for the Roam remote control. It's a large display with 5 button options here. The red square is the off button and the green triangle is the on button. So anytime you turn a station off or on, you'll use either of those 2 buttons. Then we also have the up and down triangle. So whatever mode you're in, you can use the up and down triangles to change whatever station or runtime or address you're dealing with by using these 2 buttons. The last button is the mode button, and the mode button takes you through the different modes within the transmitter. The first mode that we're in now is station number, and this is kind of the home screen. It always comes back to the station number first. The next mode, by using the mode button, shows an hourglass, and that's the runtime for that station. So if you use the up and down triangles, you can increase or decrease the runtime that you want just that station to run. Now remember, this transmitter only turns on or off a station individually at a time. So you'll be selecting the runtime for that station. If you do nothing, it reverts back to the home screen, which is the station number, the first screen. So you will go with the mode button to the station duration. The third setting is the maximum stations. Now you'll want to adjust this to whatever the station count is for your controller. And if you go upwards, say we're going up to station 30 because we have an ICC controller. ICC maximum station is 48, so you can go all the way to 48, and then after 48 is the allocation for an ACC controller, which you'll set at 240. Otherwise, if you hit the up arrow again, it goes back to 3 station, which is the minimum station count like for a Pro C. So max station is just how many stations do I have on that controller. If we hit the mode button, it goes back over to the home screen. And the last portion of this is the address. The address is something that lives with the receiver. So if you're turning your remote on and nothing's happening at the controller, it's not beeping at all, it means it's not talking to the receiver. So as far as changing the address goes, it's kind of a hidden feature. We bury it so you don't change it accidentally. Now to get to the address screen, you hold the mode button down, and after about 2 to 3 full seconds, you'll see the key pop up. Now it comes from the factory at 0. And if you do nothing and you don't change anything, your receiver and your transmitter will be set at 0. But if you need to change up to a different address, use the up arrow button. And right now the address I've been using is number 7. But what we can do is we can change it up or down to whatever new address we want to. And we'll just shoot this up to be address number 10. Now, once that address is set in the controller, you'll plug back on your receiver and hear your 4 beeps. Then you'll hit the on button on your handheld and hear 4 more beeps. That means that the receiver has just accepted that new address number. You really have to hold that button down for 4 seconds, so it's kind of hard to get to. You won't change it accidentally. Once it's set, it usually stays. Can it lose the address? Yes. Doesn't happen very often, but you'll want to know where the address is. Once that's complete, you'll simply use the first screen as station number. You can use your plus arrow to scroll up to whatever station it is that you want to turn on here, and hold down the green button and get the 2 beeps this time. 2 beeps just means, hey, I heard you, I'm going to turn on that station. And you'll notice that station is now operating up here in the controller. To turn it off, you'll use the red square, and you'll hear the 2 beeps again. And the 2 beeps means, I heard you, I'm turning the station off. So you either get 4 beeps upon setup, or your 2 beeps is just communicating. That is the roam, and you'll usually get upwards of 1,000 feet, depending on the construction of the house or the building where you have the receiver. That's the 5 buttons here on the transmitter. 4 steps: station runtime, station number, address, and the maximum stations. And that's programming for the roam remote.